Zach, welcome back to Comic-Con.
Michael, thank you for welcoming me back to Comic-Con.
So you are here now not as the star of Chuck, but as a mogul running an empire called Nerd HQ.
Mogul and empire are big words, and I will embrace those. But yeah, this is the third year. This is actually the second year I've been back as not Chuck, though, because even last year the show was done.
But you weren't here. I don't think you came here.
No, I came here.
Did you?
Sure I did.
It wasn't a memorable interview.
For me either. But this is the third year now of Nerd HQ, which is, well, you've been there. You've seen us doing our thing. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a really, I set out to do things that hopefully people walk away from and go, wow, that was awesome. I'm really glad I saw a panel there, or I'm really glad I went and hung out there, or played some video games there, or went to a party and danced my ass off there. And I feel like we consistently get those reviews from people, fans and celebrities alike. So
You're raising money?
Yeah, well, that's one of the biggest things about it. You know, I feel like I believe in conscientious capitalism. I think that you can have a company, and I do, in the Nerd Machine, and I can sell merch, and I can activate people to come through and activate my brand while simultaneously, you know, being a part of something that's bigger than the brand, bigger than the celebrities and the fans and everybody coming together and raise money for Operation Smile like we do. And last year we raised 140 grand, which was really awesome. And this year I'm shooting for about 200 if we can get it. I don't know, but you know, whatever you can do to make the world a better place.
And it's so important to you that you took time off from your Broadway show First Date to come here.
Yeah, they were very gracious in letting me out of the show, because we're in previews right now. Right. Which when I took the show, I had no idea what those were. I was like, yeah, well, can't they give me a week after in previews? What's the big deal? Having no idea.
People actually pay full price for those tickets.
I know. I came to find that out. The show's been going amazingly. We've been selling out some shows. We were selling at like 95% occupancy. So it's been really cool. I've been really bummed actually to have left the show for this week. We were on, you know, when you have that momentum going and you're still building the show in previews, as you know, it's all kind of like rough drafts of the final version before you open. So it was a big thing for them to let me go. But Nerd HQ is a really big, existing commitment for me, and I really do believe in it, and I really wanted to make sure that I wasn't just leaving it in the hands of somebody else. Especially, we're only in our third year, so if this was like year 10, I'd have called up some friends and said, "Hey, go have a field day. Go, we're already set."
Yeah.
But this is a new venue this year at Petco Park, which is also kind of like super heady and amazing. I mean, our team has done an incredible job building out the HQ along the concourse, and we built the stage, this like artificial room around some of the stadium seating.
Getting back to the Broadway thing, is that a dream come true?
Completely. Yeah, I mean, I grew up doing theater, when as a kid, that's really your only option if you want to be a little actor, you do stage. Unless you have like some super super crazy stage mom or dad who wants to go, bring you out to LA and put you in commercials and stuff like that, which I did not have, and I'm grateful for. Because that gets a little dicey as a kid actor, I'm glad that I just was doing stage, school theater, community theater, and always dreamt about doing Broadway one day. That's the ultimate stage. And so when this offer came through, I thought about it a lot. I prayed about it a lot, and I was like, I think this is going to be a really fun show. I'm basically playing Chuck again. So all those fans who wanted Chuck the musical get it. And but it's also, it's a little different than Chuck, and also I have a really fun arc where I start kind of nervous and I get some confidence toward the end. And it's called First Date because it is just that. It's a first blind date between a guy and a girl at a restaurant. It's an hour and a half, no intermission. And there's only 7 people on the stage. It's Crystal Rodriguez of Smash, and who's also a Broadway veteran. It's she and I on the date, and then there's a waiter, and then there's 2 other couples that are essentially they're like background until all of a sudden they get cued to be either our best friend or our sister or our shrink or our ex-fiance.
Oh, that's cool.
And they play all these different characters and wear all these different hats, and they are the voices in our heads that are screwing with us as we are on this date together, and therefore kind of create these vignettes or songs that break up this hour and a half. and it's amazing, and lots of laughs, lots of funny. I've missed live performance a lot, and I didn't realize even how much I missed it until you have 1,100 people laughing at a joke of yours, and it's just like, it's the greatest. It's so thrilling, and it's so great to feel that energy and to give it back, and it's very symbiotic, and it's a dream come true.
Chuck movie, Kickstarter. Is that gonna happen?
Yes and no. I want it to happen. I've talked to Warner Brothers about it. I think that it sits right now in everyone's head as, yeah, that could definitely be something that we could do together. It's not going to happen for a couple of years, probably, because the reality is the show is still airing in some markets around the world, and I wouldn't want to spoil it for any of those markets by making a movie and releasing it before they've gotten to the finale. So we got to wait a little time. But the other thing is, I don't know necessarily that I want to do it on Kickstarter per se. I want it to be something that very much involves the fans and how you sell that and how it comes to be. But I kind of want to build something, even if it's me building it myself. I want to build a different type of crowdsource that, much like video games now, where you can pre-buy a video game, and for, you pay a little bit of a premium, like $20 more or something, but you get the limited edition version of it. I want to do that with entertainment. For a couple reasons. One, I think that pre-buying is a really fun way to mitigate your costs and be like, hey, you can know how much you're getting in. But what I love about the video game companies is that they're not going to make the game if people don't pre-buy it. And that's one of the things with Kickstarter. I feel like, if we don't get enough money, it's not going to happen. And it's like, well, I believe in stuff enough where I'm going to make it regardless. If you want to be super cool and you want to get in on a ground level and get that extra collector's edition, then you pay a little bit extra, but it's still going to be something that's affordable. Like, I don't think anybody should pay more than $20 for something like that, or something in that. It's amazing that people are paying $10,000 for a walk-on role or $500 for a voicemail or whatever. And maybe it's because I'm a Libra, I don't know, but I just believe in like balance and fairness. And for me, I go, yeah, but it's great that guy had $10,000, but there might be a much bigger fan that would have loved that even more. And I'm like, you know what, just make it a flat rate. Like, I really believe in the flat rate that everybody can afford, and that the project is not depending on for its actual creation. So if that makes any sense, that's what I would like to do. And I'd like to mobilize the entire fan base, I don't want to just make a movie for 500,000 Chuck fans. I want to make it for all 10 million of them. I want to say, hey guys, you want that? You want more Chuck? Well, you'll all get more Chuck. So yeah, that's what I want to do.
Lastly,
yeah,
you're in town promoting a little indie called Thor 2.
that little indie that could. I know, man. This crazy little art house company called Marvel has been making these really super. The fan base has been devout. Thor: The Dark World.
What was that like?
Amazing. It was amazing. It was growing up as an actor, as a kid, reading comic books. And now in this whole, we're in this generation of amazing comic book movies, and, I can cross that bucket list item off. It's be a superhero in a superhero movie. Done. Even if it's the only one I ever get to do, which I hope it's not. There's a lot of other superheroes I'd love to play one day.
Like?
I'm not even going to get into that. There's way too many. That's like asking an alcoholic what their favorite drink is.
Beer.
But it was an amazing experience, and shot in London with all the original cast. I mean, I was the only one that was different, I really kind of like, wow, this is happening. And I play a character that I haven't, it's a very different type of character that I played really ever in Fandral the Dashing, and very Errol Flynn. And the movie comes out in November, and I just hope everybody likes it, especially the fanboys and fangirls. I really, as one myself, I'm always kind of, I guess, a little extra critical of comic book movies, because I want it to stay true to what we've all grown up loving and knowing and reading. And I think that if you can care enough to get their stamp of approval, then hopefully everyone else will follow suit. So we'll see how it does. But
cool. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm Haley Steinfeld, and you're watching ENTV.
Hi, my name is Kieran Shipka, and you're watching ENTV.
Aubrey Plaza, ENTV. I just touched it with my mouth, sorry.